Have you ever noticed how some people never chase after others, yet they naturally attract respect, admiration, and even love? It's not luck. It's about habits grounded in timeless Stoic principles. Let's explore 6 habits of people who never chase but always attract and how you can embody them. They set clear boundaries. Have you ever noticed how people who command respect rarely have to demand it? They earn it through their clarity and decisiveness, especially when it comes to their boundaries. In Stoicism, setting boundaries aligns with the principle of knowing what you can and cannot control. You can't control how others act, but you can control how much access they have to your energy, time, and emotions. People who never chase understand this deeply. They don't let others overstep their limits or treat them as an option. Instead, they calmly assert what they will and won't accept, making their boundaries crystal clear. This isn't about conflict or pushing people away. It's about self-respect. Take a moment to reflect. How often do you agree to things that drain you just to avoid upsetting someone? A Stoic would argue that every time you say yes to what doesn't align with your values, you're saying no to yourself. By setting boundaries, these individuals create space for meaningful relationships and repel the ones that aren't worth their time. They might say, "I can't help you with that right now," or "I need some time to recharge." They're not afraid to risk being misunderstood because they know protecting their peace is more important than pleasing everyone. But here's the paradox. Boundaries don't push people away, they draw the right people closer. When you're firm about your worth and priorities, you attract those who respect and align with them. The wrong people? They usually weed themselves out. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Boundaries are a reflection of that power. So, if you want to stop chasing and start attracting, begin by defining your limits. Decide what you'll allow into your life and what you won't. Say yes to yourself first, and watch how others begin to do the same. They prioritize their own growth. Those who never chase understand one vital truth. Your value is determined by what you build within yourself, not by seeking validation from others. In Stoicism, this habit reflects the principle of focusing on what you can control: your thoughts, actions, and character. When you prioritize your growth, you shift your focus inward. Instead of asking, "How can I make them like me?" you ask, "How can I become the best version of myself?" This mindset is magnetic because it radiates confidence and purpose. People are naturally drawn to those who are constantly evolving, learning, and improving. Think of it this way. Would you rather chase someone's approval or create a life so fulfilling that people are inspired to be part of it? By prioritizing their own growth, these individuals create a gravity that attracts like-minded people. They read, learn new skills, pursue meaningful goals, and build their emotional resilience. Their life becomes a living example of Stoic wisdom in action. Consider Epictetus' teaching. Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. When you prioritize growth, you're embodying your philosophy. You don't need to prove your worth or beg for attention. It becomes self-evident in how you live. But here's the key. Prioritizing your growth doesn't mean shutting others out. It's about creating a version of yourself that adds value to the lives of those around you. Whether it's through your knowledge, kindness, or strength, you become someone others admire and respect. This habit also protects you from toxic relationships. When you're focused on growing, you don't have time to engage with people who drain your energy or pull you off your path. Instead, you attract those who support your journey and want to grow alongside you. So, what's the first step? Identify one area of your life where you can grow: your health, your skills, your mindset. Dedicate time to it daily, not to impress anyone, but to become someone you're proud of. As Seneca said, as long as you live, keep learning how to live. Growth is a lifelong journey, and when you prioritize it, you won't need to chase anyone. They'll be inspired to meet you where you are. They master emotional stability. People who never chase but always attract possess an unshakable calm. They don't let external events or other people's actions dictate their emotional state. This mastery of emotional stability is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, particularly in the principle of controlling what lies within your power. your thoughts, responses, and emotions. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, no outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This strength is precisely what emotionally stable individuals embody. When chaos arises, they don't react impulsively or emotionally. Instead, they respond thoughtfully and rationally. For example, if someone criticizes or rejects them, they don't spiral into self-doubt or anger. Instead, they view the situation with clarity, asking themselves, "Is this criticism valid? If so, how can I improve? If not, why should I let it affect me?" This emotional composure makes them incredibly attractive because they're a source of stability in an unpredictable world. Emotional stability also means not being swayed by fleeting highs or lows. These individuals don't place their happiness in the hands of others. They understand that relying on external validation for emotional fulfillment is a losing game. Instead, they cultivate inner peace, drawing their sense of worth and contentment from their values and actions. This calm demeanor extends to their relationships. They don't engage in unnecessary drama or let petty conflicts consume them. When disagreements arise, they approach them with empathy and logic rather than anger or frustration. This makes others feel safe and respected in their presence, which naturally strengthens connections. Mastering emotional stability doesn't mean suppressing feelings or pretending emotions don't exist. It's about acknowledging your emotions, understanding them, and choosing how to act despite them. It's the difference between being a leaf blown around by the wind and a tree firmly rooted in the ground. How can you begin mastering your emotional stability? Start with mindfulness. When you feel a strong emotion rising, whether it's anger, fear, or jealousy, pause and ask yourself, why am I feeling this? Is this within my control? That moment of reflection can prevent impulsive reactions and allow you to respond more effectively. Remember the wisdom of Epictetus. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When you master your emotional stability, you stop chasing people or situations to make you feel whole. Instead, you become a source of strength and peace that others naturally gravitate toward. They value their time. Time is one of the most precious resources we have, and people who never chase but always attract know this intimately. They treat their time with the same care and respect as their emotions and energy. Rooted in Stoic philosophy, this habit is about recognizing the fleeting nature of time and using it wisely. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, warned, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Those who value their time don't waste it chasing people, opportunities, or approval. Instead, they focus on what truly matters: personal growth, meaningful relationships, and purposeful pursuits. By valuing their time, these individuals set clear priorities. They don't spread themselves thin trying to please everyone. Instead, they focus on people and activities that align with their values and goals. If someone constantly takes without giving back, they're not afraid to step away and invest their time elsewhere. Valuing time also means being present in the moment. They understand that life unfolds in the here and now, so they don't get lost in regrets about the past or anxieties about the future. This presence is magnetic. It draws others in because it shows a level of care and attention that's increasingly rare. For example, if a relationship or friendship becomes one-sided, they won't chase after the other person, trying to force a connection. Instead, they'll let it go gracefully, knowing their time is better spent with people who genuinely appreciate them. This self-respect naturally makes them more desirable and attractive to others. Stoics also emphasize the importance of reflection, and this plays a role in how these individuals manage their time. They regularly ask themselves, am I spending my time on things that truly matter? Am I aligning my actions with my values and purpose? This constant evaluation helps them avoid distractions and focus on what brings real fulfillment. To cultivate this habit, take a page from Marcus Aurelius, who wrote, "You could leave life right now." Let that determine what you do and say and think. When you treat every moment as precious, you'll stop chasing people who don't value you and start attracting those who do. By valuing your time, you signal to others that you value yourself, and that's an irresistible quality. People will gravitate toward you not because you're chasing them, but because they want to share in the energy and purpose you bring to every moment. They exude quiet confidence. Confidence is magnetic, but the kind of confidence that truly attracts isn't loud or boastful. It's quiet and deeply rooted in self-assurance. People who never chase but always attract embody this quiet confidence, which comes from within rather than external validation. In Stoicism, this quality is tied to the principle of knowing your own worth. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." Quietly confident individuals understand that true self-worth isn't determined by others. They rely on their inner compass to guide them, not the fleeting approval of the crowd. Confidence is magnetic, but the kind of confidence that truly attracts isn't loud or boastful. It's quiet and deeply rooted in self-assurance. People who never chase but always attract embody this quiet confidence, which comes from within rather than external validation. They are secure in who they are. People who exude quiet confidence don't feel the need to prove themselves. They know their strengths, accept their weaknesses, and embrace the unique individual they are. This self-acceptance makes them naturally attractive because it signals to others that they don't need anyone else's validation to feel complete. This doesn't mean they're arrogant or dismissive of others. Instead, they move through life with humility, understanding that their worth isn't diminished by criticism or inflated by praise. They listen to feedback with an open mind but never let it define them. They avoid unnecessary drama. Confidence allows them to rise above petty conflicts or trivial matters. They don't engage in attention-seeking behavior because they know their value doesn't depend on being in the spotlight. This sense of calm and maturity draws people in because it creates a sense of safety and stability. Imagine someone who walks into a room not needing to dominate the conversation, yet their presence is undeniably felt. They speak when it's meaningful and remain silent when it's wise, leaving an impression that resonates far more than empty words. They stay true to their values. In Stoicism, confidence is tied to living in alignment with your principles. Epictetus said, "Know, first, who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly." Quietly confident people know their values and stand firm in them, even in the face of criticism or opposition. This integrity inspires respect and admiration because it shows they aren't easily swayed. They respect themselves and others. Quiet confidence also means treating others with respect. These individuals don't feel the need to tear others down to build themselves up. Instead, they encourage and support those around them, knowing that helping others shine doesn't dim their own light. To cultivate quiet confidence, reflect on what truly matters to you and focus on living according to those principles. Stop seeking external validation and trust in your abilities. As Seneca said, the greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which depends on the future and wastes the present. Live fully in the moment, knowing you are enough as you are. When you exude quiet confidence, you don't have to chase people or opportunities. They naturally gravitate toward you, drawn by the steady strength of someone who knows their worth and walks through life with grace and purpose. They live with purpose. Living with purpose is the hallmark of those who attract rather than chase. People with a clear sense of direction radiate focus and determination, which captivates those around them. They aren't aimlessly drifting through life or waiting for others to give them meaning. Instead, they align their actions with their values and goals, creating a magnetic aura of authenticity and purpose. In Stoicism, living with purpose is tied to the idea of virtue. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Purposeful living means striving to embody your highest self, guided by principles of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. They have a clear vision. Purpose-driven individuals know what they stand for and where they're going. This clarity inspires others because it's refreshing to see someone who isn't swayed by fleeting trends or external pressures. Their focus isn't on pleasing everyone, but on making meaningful contributions to their lives and the world around them. People who live with purpose are selective about how they spend their time and energy. They don't chase temporary distractions or superficial connections. Instead, they prioritize activities, relationships, and goals that align with their greater mission. They embrace the Stoic perspective of service. For Stoics, Living with purpose often means living for something beyond yourself. Epictetus taught, "What is the fruit of these teachings? Only the most beautiful and proper harvest of the truly educated tranquility, fearlessness, and freedom." Purpose-driven individuals inspire because they aim to serve the greater good, whether through kindness, wisdom, or meaningful work. When people witness your dedication to something meaningful, they can't help but admire and respect it. Your sense of purpose becomes a guiding light that inspires them to reflect on their own lives. They stay resilient through challenges. Living with purpose doesn't mean life is easy. It means facing challenges with resolve because your purpose is worth the struggle. Purpose-driven individuals demonstrate incredible resilience, bouncing back from setbacks with grace and determination. In Stoicism, this is amor fati, the love of fate. People who live with purpose embrace both successes and failures, understanding that every experience is part of the greater journey. This resilience makes them naturally inspiring and attractive to others. They inspire others without trying. People are drawn to those who have a clear purpose because it gives them hope and direction. It's not about forcing others to follow you, but about leading by example. Your actions and attitude naturally encourage others to seek meaning in their own lives. To live with purpose, start by asking yourself, what do I value most? What impact do I want to leave on the world? Then align your daily actions with your answers. As Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." When you live with purpose, you don't chase relationships, opportunities, or approval. Instead, you attract people and experiences that align with your values and vision, creating a life of fulfillment and meaning. So there you have it, 6 habits of people who never chase, rooted in Stoic wisdom. Which habit resonates with you the most? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights inspired by Stoicism and self-growth. Start embodying these habits today and watch how the world comes to you.